back in the day, we were always asked, how did you get it all done with kids? How did we get it done? How did we get it all done?
We put them to work too.
Hey, well, our kids were disciplined.
Got a job?
Yeah, and we made them a part of our business, of the business.
Time to go.
Yep.
Load up the truck.
And move to Beverly, right? Coming up on Surviving Marriage Podcast, Entrepreneurship with or without kids.
Welcome to the Surviving Marriage Podcast with Rufus and Jenny, marriage educators, best-selling authors, and relationship disruptors, giving you marriage education from decades of marriage experience. Here's Rufus and Jenny triplets.
Welcome to all of our global listeners around the world. And I do say around the world.
Hey,
welcome
y'all.
to another episode of Surviving Marriage Podcast. I'm going to say around the world because I'm going to break a few things down. I'm always amazed about how many people find us, listen to us, and different things. And they're saying that podcast is in its infancy stages. But before we were doing our Surviving Marriage Podcast, we did another podcast for 10 years, our Prison World podcast.
Lock Me Up podcast.
That was global and around the world as well. We had listeners, loyal listeners and everything. And of course, that's in limbo right now. But we're still talking about maybe doing something with that, bringing it back. Everything is a reboot, right?
Locked up won't let me out.
Everything can be rebooted. But we are Rufus and Jenny Triplet, the empty nest version of Rufus and Jenny Triplet, because a lot of times when we started our entrepreneurial journey, we had our children. You know, we had our children, and they were a vital part of what we did. And last night,
we are the triplet 3.
I say triplet, you say 3. Triplet.
4.
3. We have 4.
Oh, we
Don't
added
play.
a 4. You added my niece.
Don't play.
You added a 4th one to that last show.
Last night I came across a website, and it's an ebook site that has our book. I was out there looking for something. If you guys don't Google yourself, like every now and then, and see what comes up under you and different things like that. And because
better make sure ain't no googly goo going on.
Because we have books, our books come up. We have 5 books. You know, new book coming February 2022. Hey. Should I drop the title?
Who?
Should I drop the title?
I don't know no title.
We're gonna do a title reveal like they do baby reveals, right? Like they do gender reveals. We should do
I ain't having no more babies.
You got that right. You ain't gotta worry about that part of it at all. But anywho, I was out on this site.
Well,
and
if he wills it, I guess it will happen, huh? Depends on if he will it.
How's it gonna come? In a basket to the door?
However he decide to deliver.
In a basket to the door. But
tell that to Mary.
She had a uterus.
He made it happen regardless. That's all I'm saying.
She had a uterus, though. Okay, so she had a womb.
Anywho.
So there is a website that I discovered last night that had our book, our Surviving Marriage in the 21st Century book. Never knew about it, anything like that. It just came up when I Googled, and it's an ebook site. And if you guys have never written a book before, when you get your royalty statements, your royalty checks, your royalty deposits, it doesn't tell you, it give you a breakdown like where all the money is coming from. Now, it'll break it down in currency because you're getting money from the UK or Japan or Mexico or something. So the different currencies, it'll let you know as far as that currency breakdown. But where exactly these sites or where people are purchasing or downloading your books, you don't know. So when I came across this site, I was so excited because it's a bestseller on that site as well. People are checking on it. It lets you know the stats and everything. People are downloading it. We have over 55,000 downloads of our book.
As long as you cut the check.
Over this 8-year span.
I ain't say cut the cheese. I said cut the check.
That's just the ebook. That's not the physical copies that have actually been sold, of our book, which we're very happy about. So
I thought that was pretty cool that I thought that was pretty cool that another site would pick it up.
Yeah, that's a legacy for our children, and that's one of the reasons why we wanted to be entrepreneurs, is to give something
I just didn't want to work for the man,
and we can have something that can be passed down to our kids, because you can't pass down a job.
Yeah, and the man don't want to pay you.
No, if something happens to you and you're working, let's just say you're working as the garbage man. Your child is not going to go work as the garbage man.
That's still working for the man.
Unless you own the garbage company, unless you own the waste management company, then your child would inherit the actual company.
Oh, I could work for myself though.
Yeah, so most children don't benefit from their parents' pension. So even if
I own the company,
if you were old enough or lived long enough to retire from a job, your child doesn't really benefit from the pension, nor do they get any life insurance after their parents die, because a lot of people don't die with life insurance. We're in that age. We talked about this a couple episodes ago.
If you go and you done work the job for 20, 30, 40 years at times, they ain't saying they finna pass it on to your kid after you're gone. When you go, the check stop.
Right. And we're seeing a lot of people that die without life insurance. So you pretty much have nothing. But if you have a product that you've created, like we have a book. Some people have physical products that they have patents with, different things like that, or a service-based business, like we talked about, a waste management company or something, that can continue to pay your family after your death. Because even if it was a business like a waste management company, you can hire, if you don't know how to do it, you can hire somebody to run it.
Or you can do it. Most of the young people keep spitting out their mouth. Sell it.
Or you can sell it.
But they're going to still get some money somewhere.
Right, you can sell it. And with our book, we don't know how, this has been 8 years. We don't know how long this trend is going to last.
A couple more sites pick it up.
Yeah, this is going to last maybe even
Come around the corner, pick it up.
Even after our death. And we can only, we have so much to live up to with the next book, because this book did so well.
Surviving Marriage on the next corner, pick it up.
A lot of people don't do this well, like out of the gate with their first book. So we have a lot to live up to with this next one.
I ain't got to do nothing but live and worship.
So let's talk about how to get it done with kids, because our earlier days were with our 3 little ones with the entrepreneurship. Early mornings. If you get up before your children, spend an hour or 2 working on your goals. It helps if you're organized, though. So you got to know what those goals are. So then you get way more done.
Yeah, because when they get up, you got to feed them.
Way more done. And I also have to say... Pet them.
If you got a pet.
I also have to say that our early years were without social media. Social media can be a huge distraction. Like, huge distraction. You get up, you do your work, you hop on social media, and that's it. Your hour's up because you've scrolled and hopped on these different platforms, and you've got nothing done towards your own goals.
Well, you're talking about your goals, but I mean, even social media with the kids. If we were doing that right now with them kids, probably have to confiscate them phones every day.
Exactly.
We're going to put them in a cage for
it would be a huge
3
distraction.
or 4 hours.
So people doing it these days, it's a trip. And the same thing if you're working, your lunch hour, it could be very beneficial. It could be very productive if you put forth that the effort and the priority, and instead of scrolling social media for your whole hour of your lunch because you're trying to catch up because you couldn't be on your phone at work.
I spent my lunches trying to figure out how I was getting the heck up out of there.
Yes, totally.
It was always working
toward. Yeah, it was always working towards the goal, But can you imagine these days working
Trip,
on a
what
job?
You doing, man?
I'm
working on getting the heck up out of here.
Working on a job with social media. Can you imagine these days of people? I mean, people probably micromanage.
Like when we were doing it?
No, I'm saying people today. You can't get nothing done because you always on social media.
You think you're going to miss something.
Yeah.
You probably need to miss something.
A few things.
I'll be trying to miss everything.
And then after you come home and get the kids to bed and different things like that, after the kids go to bed, you spend another hour or 2 working on your goals. You may have to miss some TV shows. You may have to miss some events, different things like that.
Wouldn't want to be you.
But we were always able to get it done because we missed out.
Oh, I was getting it done.
Yeah, now we can live an easier life.
I wasn't trying to work for the man all my life.
I was able to get a lot done when the kids were doing their homework. But like I said, our kids were disciplined. They had that Joe Jackson discipline, okay? Our kids were disciplined. I don't know who Joe
Jackson was. When
they came
when
home.
You became a Jackson.
When they came home, they had to clean something. They spent at least 30 minutes reading.
At least they ain't had to move no bricks.
30 minutes reading, and then they did their homework. And that was a quiet time for me.
What did you read? Because I read that book too. Tell me about that book.
That could be a quiet time unless they need help, of course. And some kids need help, or unless you're a micromanager. So now you're doing yourself a disservice because you got to oversee and micromanage.
Oversee.
That
word
everything.
just kind of got me trembling over here.
Everything. But it was all about independence for me, and for us. Give the kids what they need to do. Usher them off to their rooms or to the dining room table.
It wasn't about trying to get rid of them. It was about trying to keep them busy.
Let them go. No, but it was what they needed to do as well. They needed to get their work done. They needed to do their homework. They needed to read. They needed to clean. Whatever they needed to do, they need to get it done. So it was also about their discipline and building their skills and their foundation.
Right, because I wanted them when they left my house to be responsible.
Exactly.
Again, I didn't want you to depend on me for everything.
And when you're building something, you have to prioritize. And it comes in stages. And we talk about, to a lot of people currently, that want a sustainable business, but are trying to build it. And a lot of people are like in the infancy stage of building it.
Oh, they infants?
They're in the infancy stage because they maybe have an idea. They maybe have it on paper. There's some things they got to get their paperwork in order. They don't have a lot of money, something like that. We talk to a lot of people that don't have a lot of budget.
They be kicking too, don't they?
A lot of budget, okay? But it's important to understand the streams of income. So we're going to talk about that just a little bit. The 8 streams of income. Okay. Number 1. Earned income, which is income from working a job, which you can do that. You can work your 9 to 5, but then you can also build your business.
Yeah, right. And they definitely ain't saying nothing wrong with that. That's the way I did it. I mean, you got to pay the bills. You got to make sure stuff is paid. So you can't be trying to run a business if you ain't got money coming in from somewhere.
Right. And a lot of people, you can't get loans if you're just starting out. You don't have family that's going to give you money. Don't do a GoFundMe. A lot of people want to GoFundMe to fund your hopes and dreams and different stuff like that. So your bootstrapping is actually working a job to fund your business.
Just gotta find ways to make the business a priority. The job it was not a priority. So the job cannot be the priority, because if it is, you're going to slack on the business.
Exactly. Number 2, profit income. Income from buying and selling. Now, we make this joke, like people that come through our neighborhood, like Sanford and Son, right? We just had put everything on the curb. Is where we have it twice a year in the spring and then the fall for our city. And it's where you clean everything out, clutter, get things out like that. But this guy, a couple people come through neighborhoods like ours and, collect stuff, which is one man's trash is another man's treasure. But that is he is collecting free stuff that people are actually putting out. And he's going to probably sell that stuff if it needs fixing up or repairing or fix up just a little bit for a profit. That's a stream of income, and it just takes a little bit of work.
I be saying, "Hey Fred, what's up, man?"
They have new age ways now that you could do it. They have OfferUp and Poshmark, different ways online that you can actually put your stuff up online. Craigslist. I've made a lot of money on Craigslist and OfferUp just by stuff that we have in here.
My nephew was making money on OfferUp.
Yeah, and
he was offering all kind of stuff.
And that's also an Amazon model because people are buying things at a wholesale price and selling them at a retail price.
Now, if your kids get good at it, they might start offering your furniture.
Everything in the house because they get addicted they be addicted to getting money.
Come in and the couch gone.
Get money. Okay. Number 3, interest income. Income from lending money. We don't do that.
You ain't getting me caught up.
Next. 4, residual income. When you continue to get paid after the work is done. That is the type of money that it's like flipping houses or managing properties and different things. You put the money in and then the money continues to come. You know, it's residually broken down to you. 5, dividend income. Income from owning stocks. I think my husband knows a little bit about that.
I don't know too much.
A little bit about that, you know.
Very little.
Little something. You dibbling and dabbling in the stock market. You got our portfolio looking kind of good. Yeah, we looking on the good side, right? We invested. How about that?
Just double my money.
Rental income. Income from rental properties. There's a lot of people that know about that. Go check out our last episode. We just talk about the real estate game, and rental income can be very good. But when you get hit with a pandemic, it can also be like, what in the world?
Well, like they said, just got to learn all aspects of your business to keep the money coming in.
Capital gains, assets increasing in value. Now, capital gains is normally like a rich person's term because you have to pay the capital gains tax. A lot of people under a certain bracket of income.
know capital gains from Monopoly.
A lot of people under a certain income level is not going to have to worry about capital gains because they ain't going to have those type of assets. Okay, that increase in value.
They ain't got no Lear jet laying around.
8, royalty income. Income from others using your idea. Now, royalty is what we get for our book. When our book sells, we get royalty checks. And in 8 years...
From that company that just picked it up.
8 years, we have never missed a royalty check. But we get monthly deposits, shall I say. We've never gotten a check. It's always been like a direct deposit.
All you had to do is wake up and open one eye.
And that's what... from you writing and producing music, it would be, the royalties that you get from the spins and the buys and the plays and all that stuff. And that's a whole nother show. But you guys need to get educated on this while you're building because it will help you work smart and not hard. And, as far as when you create a brand or a strong brand, or whatever product that you're creating, you want to create something that is going to pay you in a way where you don't have to work so hard. Like at this age, we don't want to have to work so hard.
I don't even want to cut the grass.
Yeah, we shouldn't have to work as hard because our money is streamlined. Yeah.
Like I said, wake up in the morning and say, is it there?
And like I said, this is the empty nest, Rufus and Jenny, and we've created a couple of strong brands. And it has created a legacy, inshallah. Okay.
Okay. Well, we gonna roll with that. I'm saying, hopefully the information helps somebody, right? That's really the goal. If not about what we doing over here, it's about what you could be doing.
Exactly, and our knowledge. In helping with that, okay? We'll be right back with your food for thought. Hold what you got.
Food for thought. Food for thought.
Food for thought. In the food for thought for today, 5 types of people you want to surround yourself with. Number 1, the inspired. Everybody needs somebody to draw inspiration from. Number 2, the passionate. You all know somebody that's passionate about something, some topic. You got people that's passionate about plants. You got people that's passionate, about the environment. You have people that's passionate about politics.
Do you?
Yeah.
I guess they are passionate.
Yeah, passionate.
They like to argue what I call it.
Passionate.
Call it passion if you want.
Number 3, the motivated. You definitely want to surround yourself with motivated people because there's a lot of people that talk and don't move. No movement. They could talk a good game. They got all the ideas in the world, but no movement. They don't move on anything.
So they the talkers and the no movers.
No.
Not the movers and the shakers.
Not the movers and the shakers. Number 4, the grateful. Be grateful. Be grateful. You find people in their life that's grateful for life and for everything that God has given them.
Thankful to their Lord.
Everything that God has given them. Grateful. And number 5, the open-minded. There's so many closed-minded people. There are closed-minded people. Yeah,
you got to be open to
learning
new and
new
fresh
things.
ideas,
Yes.
or new ways of doing things, or a way of doing it. Maybe you just ain't came to mind how you want to do it, but you don't want to hear it from somebody else on how it could happen.
Yeah,
Gotta open up.
If you think about it, these are actually love languages. These are actually love languages.
Well, I love to hear a good idea.
And in your life. And having these type of people in your life is important for any type of success, for relationships or even entrepreneurships and all kinds of ships.
Listen to your children too, because these young people got new ways of doing things. Now they're gonna come up with a whole bunch of crazy and stupid and silly things, but that one thing they might say might be, aha.
Well, you just need to find your fleet, or rather your support group.
And I ain't saying look for the young people for good ideas. We old people got some stuff still in the tank.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, that's
my stuff be ribbing up.
That's it for the food for thought for today. Just a few announcements before we go. Long weekends with Hilton's. Yes, Hilton's is our sponsor for third season of Surviving Marriage podcast. Go to the website, our show notes, and put in promo code PGLWP1 or LWP. Stay 3 nights. Any participating Hilton to get 50% off. 50% off. Okay, that is some good type of discount there, especially for Hilton properties. But it has to be a participating Hilton property. Okay. So Marzar Group distributors of Enagic machines want you to know people worldwide are discovering the life-changing power of Kangen water. Our bodies are 75% water, and staying well hydrated is critical to our optimal health. However, all water is not created equal. Text healthy water to 347-398-1867 to receive our company link. Change your water, change your life. With Allstate Auto Insurance, you can get safe driving bonus checks, deductible rewards, accident forgiveness, and new car replacement. Get a free quote for your plan today. Now, you guys, in order to get that quote, you have to go to our show notes and also go to our website and click the link, and you can get that free quote for your plan. Surviving Marriage. Just told you about our books. Our books are kind of like everywhere, all these different sites, definitely on Amazon. Purchase our book. You could purchase from our web store and we'll do an autograph copy for you guys. Also, our t-shirts and our card games. And it's about to be hoodie season. All of our merchandise is available at RufusandJenny.com. All of our merchandise, guys. Go on and support. Be sure to follow us across social media at Rufus and Jenny. Also, wherever you're listening, watching, rate, review, subscribe. That helps us out so much. Rate, review, subscribe. And yeah, you ready to ride, dear?
Yeah, just like Uncle Larry. He be starting that engine up.
Okay, I think we ready.
Be like said entertainer.
Remember, marriage is a journey, not a sprint. We are surviving it, and so can you.
That's what Uncle Larry used to do. We are Rufus and Jenny. Until the next episode, y'all keep it moving.
We'll be men and wives.